percents that are now greater than 100%. Okay, so if I was going to write a percent that was 100%, right? I could color this in here. Okay, and this would be 20 out of 100, which would be 20%, right? Now, what if, maybe I'll get a bigger one here. What if this whole thing was colored in? Okay, best I can. Okay, there we go. What would that be? Well, this would be 100%, right? Because the whole entire thing is colored in. Okay, so that would be the percent, the fraction. So this is the percent. Okay, and then the fraction would be, I'm just going to do FR for fraction, 100 over 100, right? And then the decimal would be 1 decimal 0. 0 because it is one whole, right? Okay, so now what if I wanted to add these percents together? Okay, so if I'm thinking about this now, I'm going to do this in a different color. Okay, the percent of this one would be 10, 20, 23% out of 100, right? The fraction would be 23 over 100. And then the decimal would be decimal 23 100ths. Okay, if I wanted to add these together, I would just add them directly. So this would be 123%. Okay, these, when I'm adding, remember the denominators need to be the same. Okay, so this would be 100, and then I would have 123 over 100. And then adding the decimals, this would be 1 decimal 2 3. Now, there's something that I want you to notice, and some of you noticed in the activity that we did the other day. This is an improper fraction, right? Okay, so something that I need you to remember, just a quick review here, is how to change this into a mixed number. So I would take out the 100, and then I would be left with 23 over 100. Oops. Awesome writing. Okay. Okay, so when I'm adding and subtracting percents, I just add them directly. So that would be 5, and that would be 3, and there's nothing special that happens here. You just add them directly. And then if I'm subtracting them, same thing. You just subtract directly. There's nothing special that happens here, okay? All right, now if I'm looking here, I've got to get rid of my pen here. Why won't it let me get rid of you? Okay, if I'm looking here, what I want you to notice, okay, so this is 50% of a line. If I wanted to draw the other part of that line, like how would I do that? Okay, well, I would do that by like 50% of a line. I could just actually cut and paste that. And now I have 100% of that line. Okay, and I'm going to just change the color so you can see that. And now that's 50% of that whole line, but 100% of the line would be double that. If I was looking here and I'm like, I have 30% of a line, but I want, say, 120%. So this would be 30. Now I have 60. Now I have 90. Now I have 120. So I can just keep adding the percents together. Okay, 30, 60, 90, 100 in order to find the whole 1. Okay, change that. That's what I added in. So that's 30% of the 120% that's there. Okay. When I'm changing ratios and I'm trying to think of percents, so if I said that this is a ratio, this is going to be a ratio to 100%. But this is could be an improper fraction, right? So I'm going to have this ratio. I'm going to write it as an improper fraction. So this would be 120 over 100. And now I want to write it as a mixed number. So this is an improper fraction, right? Because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So it's improper. Now I want to write it mixed. And then I'm going to put it into lowest terms just so we remember, because I'm going to make you do that so that you keep remembering. So this is 1 and 20 over 100, because 100 can divide into 121 times. So that's the whole. Okay. Now I need to put this into lowest terms. So I'm going to divide by 20. Okay. So if I'm dividing by 20, this would be 1 and 1 over 5. All right. So I would just like you to do the problems up to number 8. Actually, no, you can do up until number 10. And then make sure you're coming to the help sessions if you need to.